Imagine a world where our own bodies could heal themselves. Organ failure need not be a death sentence. Organ growing promises to revolutionize healthcare. But today, the need for organs far outweighs the supply. Thousands languish on waiting lists. Every day, people die waiting for a transplant. The system is riddled with challenges. Finding a matching donor is complex and heartbreaking. Even with a match, rejection risks loom large. Recipients face a lifetime of immunosuppressants. Ethical dilemmas persist. Who gets chosen when organs are scarce? Ensuring fairness in a system with disparities is crucial. Amidst the challenges, a glimmer of hope emerges from the world of regenerative medicine. Scientists are making groundbreaking discoveries in bioengineering. Using stem cell research and 3D bioprinting, they aim to create functional organs. Stem cells hold immense promise. These cells can differentiate into various types, forming organ building blocks. Imagine growing a new heart or liver from a patient's own cells. 3D bioprinting layers cells and biomaterials to create complex structures. This technique mimics the intricate networks of blood vessels and tissues. The implications are staggering. We could grow an unlimited supply of organs tailored to each patient. Waiting lists could become a relic of the past. This is the future that organ growing offers. Imagine a world where hospitals have bioprinters humming away, creating organs on demand. Imagine a future where organ failure is no longer a death sentence, but a manageable condition. This is the potential of organ growing, a future where science fiction becomes reality. This technology has the power to reshape healthcare as we know it. Transplantation could become a streamlined process, with patients receiving personalized organs without the agonizing wait. The risk of rejection could be minimized, reducing the need for lifelong immunosuppressants and their associated side effects.
But the impact of organ growing extends far beyond the individual patient. The financial burden on healthcare systems could be significantly reduced. The ethical dilemmas surrounding organ allocation could become less fraught, and most importantly, countless lives could be saved.
At the heart of this medical marvel lies the intricate world of stem cells. These biological chameleons can transform into any type of cell in the body. In organ growing, stem cells are the ultimate building blocks. Induced pluripotent stem cells, or iPSCs reprogrammed from adult cells, hold immense promise. They can be generated from a patient's own cells, minimizing immune rejection.
Growing a cluster of cells in a petri dish is one thing. Assembling them into a complex, three-dimensional organ is quite another.
Imagine a highly specialized printer, but instead of ink, it dispenses living cells. This, in essence, is 3D bioprinting. It involves using a computer-controlled device to precisely deposit layers of bioink. As the layers build up, a complex three-dimensional structure emerges.
Creating the building blocks and providing a structural framework is only part of the equation. Growth factors act as the conductor of this intricate biological symphony.
They are naturally occurring proteins that tell cells when to divide, specialize, or die, regulating processes like wound healing and tissue regeneration. Scientists introduce growth factors into bioink, guiding cell organization and maturation.
The type and concentration depend on the organ and development stage. Early growth factors promote cell proliferation. Later, they induce cell specialization, forming specific cell types.
It's a delicate balancing act, like playing a complex musical piece.
The progress in organ growing has been nothing short of remarkable. Scientists have successfully grown miniature organs, known as organoids, in the lab. These organoids provide valuable tools for drug testing and disease modeling.
The field is moving rapidly from proof of concept to clinical trials. Imagine a world where the agonizing wait for a life-saving organ transplant is a distant memory. Organ growing promises a future where the supply of organs is no longer limited by donor scarcity.
No more heartbreaking stories of patients dying while waiting for a match.
With organ growing, the limiting factor shifts to having the right technology and expertise. Bioreactors could be scaled up to produce organs on demand, much like factories produce goods.
This would democratize access to life-saving transplants, ensuring everyone can receive one.
Imagine receiving a new heart, not from a stranger, but from your own body. This is the revolutionary potential of organ growing, reducing the risk of transplant rejection.
The immune system distinguishes between self and non-self. A foreign organ is seen as an invader, leading to rejection.
Immunosuppressants are necessary but come with side effects.
Organ growing offers a way around this challenge. Using a patient's own cells, the grown organ is recognized as self.
This minimizes rejection, potentially eliminating the need for immunosuppressants.
This personalized approach would be a game changer. Patients could receive new organs without the threat of rejection.
The current system of organ transplantation, while life-saving, is incredibly expensive. From the initial evaluation to the surgery itself and the lifelong immunosuppression regimen, the costs can be astronomical, often exceeding hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
This financial burden can be devastating for patients and their families. Organ growing has the potential to disrupt this paradigm, making life-saving transplants more cost-effective and accessible.
While the initial investment in research and development is substantial, the long-term cost savings could be significant. Mass production of organs in bioreactors could drive down production costs, just as we've seen with other technologies.
Furthermore, the reduced need for immunosuppressants would translate into lower medication costs and fewer complications, further reducing the overall financial burden.
This shift towards more affordable transplants could alleviate the strain on healthcare systems, making these life-saving procedures accessible to a wider population.
This increased accessibility could have a profound impact on global health equity. Developing countries, often lacking the infrastructure and resources for complex transplant programs, could benefit immensely from this technology.
Organ growing could help bridge the gap in healthcare disparities, offering hope and healing to those who need it most.
Beyond transplantation, the potential of organ growing is immense. These bioengineered tissues are powerful tools for understanding human biology, modeling diseases, and developing new therapies.
Imagine having a miniature replica of a patient's liver, grown from their own cells, to test the effectiveness and safety of new drugs. This is the power of organoids, tiny, self-organizing clusters of cells that mimic the structure and function of human organs.
These organs in a dish provide a valuable platform for drug discovery and toxicology testing. Researchers can use organoids to study a wide range of diseases, from cancer to Alzheimer's to infectious diseases.
By growing organoids from patients with specific genetic mutations or disease states, scientists can gain insights into the underlying mechanisms of these conditions and develop targeted therapies.
This personalized approach to medicine, tailored to each patient's unique genetic makeup and disease profile, holds immense promise. Organ growing could accelerate drug development, reduce reliance on animal models, and pave the way for more effective, personalized treatments for a wide range of diseases.
The ability to grow organs in a lab is a beacon of hope for millions suffering from organ failure. Yet this scientific marvel also ushers us into a new era of ethical considerations.
As we venture into this uncharted territory, we must proceed with caution. One of the most pressing ethical dilemmas revolves around the source of stem cells.
iPSCs largely circumvent ethical concerns, but the debate over embryos persists. Balancing scientific progress and respect for human life remains a complex challenge. The promise of organ growing is one of democratizing healthcare, making life-saving transplants available to everyone, regardless of their background.
The initial cost of developing and implementing organ-growing technology will likely be high, potentially limiting access to those who can afford it. This raises concerns about equitable distribution and the potential for a pay-to-life scenario, where access to life-saving organs is determined by wealth rather than medical need.
Furthermore, access to healthcare infrastructure, skilled medical professionals, and even basic healthcare services varies widely across the globe.
Bridging this gap necessitates a multi-pronged approach. Governments and healthcare systems must prioritize equitable distribution, potentially through subsidies, price regulations, or universal healthcare coverage. International collaboration can facilitate technology transfer and capacity building in developing countries, ensuring that the benefits of organ growing are shared globally. The rapid pace of advancement in organ growing presents a unique challenge for regulatory bodies tasked with ensuring the safety and efficacy of new medical technologies. How do you regulate a field that is constantly evolving, pushing the boundaries of what's possible? Finding the right balance between fostering innovation and protecting patients is crucial.
One of the primary concerns is the potential for unforeseen risks and complications. While organ growing holds immense promise, it is still a relatively new field, and long-term data on the safety and efficacy of bioengineered organs is limited.
The regulatory landscape for organ growing is complex, involving multiple agencies and overlapping jurisdictions. Streamlining the approval process while maintaining high safety standards is crucial to accelerate the translation of research into clinical practice. International harmonization of regulations can further facilitate collaboration and prevent unnecessary duplication of efforts.
The success of organ-growing technology hinges not only on scientific breakthroughs, but also on public perception and acceptance. Addressing societal concerns, dispelling myths, and fostering open dialogue are crucial for building trust and ensuring the smooth integration of this revolutionary technology into mainstream medicine.
Religious and cultural beliefs surrounding the human body and the ethics of manipulating life could influence public opinion.
The media plays a crucial role in shaping public perception. Sensationalized headlines and inaccurate portrayals can fuel fear and mistrust. Promoting responsible reporting, providing accurate information, and engaging with science communicators can help the public make informed decisions about organ growing.
Education is key to fostering acceptance. Integrating organ growing into school curricula, offering public lectures, and creating engaging online resources can empower individuals with the knowledge to form their own opinions.
As with any transformative technology, organ growing comes with its share of potential risks and unintended consequences. Anticipating and addressing these challenges proactively is crucial to mitigating harm and ensuring the responsible development and deployment of this powerful tool.
One concern is the potential for unforeseen long-term health effects of bioengineered organs. While preclinical testing and clinical trials can identify immediate risks, subtle or delayed complications may only become apparent years or even decades later.
The possibility of organ rejection, while significantly reduced with personalized organs, may not be entirely eliminated. The immune system is incredibly complex, and unforeseen interactions between the recipient's body and the bioengineered organ could still trigger a rejection response.
The ethical concerns about organ tourism and the potential for exploitation of vulnerable populations in countries with lax regulations are real.
The potential impact of organ growing on the organ donation system is another consideration. While organ growing offers a potential solution to the organ shortage, a decline in traditional organ donation could have unintended consequences.
Across the globe, labs hum with an electric energy, a symphony of innovation orchestrated by brilliant minds pushing the boundaries of regenerative medicine.
One such pioneer is Dr. Anthony Atala, director of the Wake Forest Institute for Regenerative Medicine. His team made headlines by bioprinting a miniature human bladder, which was then successfully implanted into patients with bladder disease. This groundbreaking work demonstrated the potential of bioprinting to create functional organs, offering hope for those with complex urological conditions.
Meanwhile, researchers at the University of Pittsburgh are exploring a different approach, focusing on decellularized organs. They have successfully stripped pig hearts of their cells, leaving behind a scaffold that can be repopulated with human cells.
These are just a few examples of the incredible progress being made in labs around the world. From growing miniature livers on chips to bioengineering blood vessels and heart valves, the field of organ growing is brimming with innovation, offering a glimpse into a future where replacing a failing organ could be as routine as a hip replacement.
While the dream of growing complex organs like hearts and livers is still being realized, organ-growing technology is already making a tangible difference in the lives of patients today. One of the most promising applications is in the field of burn treatment, where 3D printed skin is revolutionizing care for severe burns.
Traditionally, treating large, deep burns has been a challenging and often painful process. It involves transplanting skin grafts from the patient's own body or using artificial skin substitutes, both of which have limitations.
Enter 3D printed skin, a game changer in burn care. Using a specialized printer, doctors can now print sheets of skin directly onto the burn wound, using the patient's own cells to create a personalized graft.
Firstly, it eliminates the need for painful skin harvesting, reducing patient discomfort and scarring. Secondly, the printed skin is made from the patient's own cells, minimizing the risk of rejection and promoting faster healing.
Despite the incredible promise of organ growing, it's important to acknowledge that the field is still in its early stages, and the path to fully functional, transplantable organs is fraught with challenges.
One of the biggest hurdles is complexity. Human organs are incredibly intricate structures, with billions of cells arranged in precise three-dimensional architectures, interconnected by a complex network of blood vessels and nerves.
Another challenge is vascularization, the process of growing a functional blood supply within the engineered tissue. Without a network of blood vessels to deliver oxygen and nutrients, large, complex organs simply cannot survive.
The immune system, our body's defense mechanism, presents another formidable obstacle. Even with personalized organs grown from a patient's own cells, the risk of rejection is not entirely eliminated. Researchers are working on strategies to educate the immune system to recognize bioengineered organs as self, minimizing the risk of rejection.
The journey towards a future where organ failure is no longer a death sentence is a marathon, not a sprint.
Remarkable progress in organ growing fuels optimism for a future brimming with possibilities.
Imagine hospitals with bioprinting wings, growing personalized organs on demand.
Surgeons repairing organs with bioinks, promoting the body's own healing.
A future where organ failure is manageable, not life-altering.
This is the future that organ-growing technology promises. We stand on the precipice of a medical revolution, a paradigm shift in how we approach disease and healing.
Organ growing, once science fiction, is becoming reality, driven by breakthroughs and technological advancements.
Regenerative medicine, with organ growing at its forefront, promises to reshape healthcare.
Growing organs tailored to patients' needs could extend lifespans and usher in personalized medicine.
This is the dawn of regenerative medicine, a testament to human ingenuity and our pursuit of a healthier future. Organ-growing technology promises a paradigm shift in healthcare systems worldwide. This transformation will touch every aspect of patient care.
The traditional model of healthcare will evolve into a more proactive and preventative approach. Early detection and intervention will become paramount.
The doctor-patient relationship will also undergo a profound transformation. Patients will become active participants in their own healthcare journeys. The power to manipulate the building blocks of life comes with profound ethical responsibilities. As we venture further into the uncharted territory of organ growing, we must proceed with caution, guided by a strong moral compass and a commitment to ensuring equitable access and responsible innovation.
Open and transparent dialogue is crucial, involving not only scientists and clinicians, but also ethicists, policymakers, and the public. We must grapple with complex questions surrounding the use of stem cells, the potential for commodification of human tissue, and the very definition of life itself.
Establishing clear ethical guidelines and regulations is paramount. These guidelines should address issues such as informed consent, data privacy, and the allocation of scarce resources, ensuring that the benefits of organ growing are distributed equitably without exacerbating existing healthcare disparities.
The potential for organ tourism and the exploitation of vulnerable populations in countries with less stringent regulations is a serious concern. International collaboration, ethical oversight, and a commitment to upholding human rights are essential to prevent the commodification of human life and ensure that organ growing benefits all members of society.
The realization of organ growing's full potential requires a concerted global effort, a symphony of collaboration between researchers, clinicians, policymakers, industry leaders, and the public. Breaking down silos, fostering open communication, and promoting a shared vision are crucial to accelerating progress and overcoming the remaining hurdles.
Increased investment in research and development is essential. Governments, private foundations, and industry partners must recognize the transformative potential of regenerative medicine and provide the necessary funding to support groundbreaking research, train the next generation of scientists, and translate laboratory discoveries into life-saving therapies.
Streamlining the regulatory process while maintaining high safety standards is crucial to fostering innovation and accelerating the translation of research into clinical practice. International harmonization of regulations can prevent unnecessary duplication of efforts and facilitate the sharing of knowledge and resources.
Public engagement and education are paramount. Demystifying the science, addressing ethical concerns, and fostering open dialogue will build trust and ensure that society embraces organ-growing technology responsibly.
As we stand on the cusp of this medical revolution, it's not merely the science that inspires awe, but the boundless possibilities it unlocks for humankind. Organ growing has the potential to redefine our relationship with our bodies, extending lifespans, alleviating suffering, and ultimately, transcending the limitations that have long defined our mortality. Imagine a world where children born with congenital heart defects no longer face a lifetime of surgeries, where patients with end-stage organ failure receive new organs grown from their own cells, and where the ravages of diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's are halted, restoring health and hope to millions. This is the future we are striving to create, a future where organ growing is no longer a distant dream but a cornerstone of modern medicine. It's a future where the human spirit, driven by innovation, compassion, and an unwavering belief in the power of science, triumphs over adversity, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and ultimately redefining the very essence of what it means to be human.